What's up, everybody? Welcome to our 20th episode of 30th Thriving. Just kidding. My name is Joe. This is Isela.
This is going to be our first episode.
So we're going with the first one? Okay.
We're going to go with the first one, yes. I mean, we've tried here and there. It's been something that we've been working on. So I feel like we're starting to get a little bit more confident with the camera. So I have faith this is going to be a good one.
All right. Yeah. We've recorded a few times, and every time production has gotten a little bit better. Isela decided to put her microphone a little bit forward today to make people know that we're actually podcasting and we're actually legit. So no, we're good.
Okay.
So, we kind of decided, at the beginning we wanted to, be very structured and have, a thing where it's today we're going to talk about this, today we're going to talk about that. That it hasn't seemed to have worked out so far. So we kind of just bring up random conversations, and some of them are pretty good, some of them are a little off, and you're going to find us a little bit weird. But they're all a good time. So stick around.
Yeah, I don't really know where this podcast is going to go. We're just going to go with the flow. We're really just here, to have a good time, talk about, situations that we've experienced, gone through, lived, and yeah. Maybe some things that we, some advice that got us going.
Some advice? Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think we should be giving people advice?
Not advice, but maybe talk about how we thrived in our own way.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of a question that I was thinking of starting this first episode is growing up as a millennial with social media. A lot of people say we are one of the best generations because we were the last ones to really enjoy playing outside. We didn't have technology, so we really had to use our imagination in any way possible to have fun outside. Do you remember how you created or why you created your MySpace?
Yeah, everybody had one.
So that's the reason why you created one?
Yeah, I would have jumped off a bridge too if people were doing it.
Interesting.
Little bridge.
See, mine, I feel like mine was created by my neighbors.
Shit, okay.
I lived next door to these, the Salazars. No, shout out to the Salazars. They're actually a really cool family. I still keep in touch with them. They were my chambelanes for my quinceañera. Some of them were. Yeah, we were really close. We would spend a lot of time together. We would have carne asada. They had a pool. That's how I learned to swim, because we would be swimming there all the time. But yeah, so I think it was one time, I don't remember what we were having, if it was a birthday party or something, or we just having a carne asada. And they had MySpace. And obviously, I've heard MySpace being a thing because, in middle school, my friends had one, right? And, if you didn't know MySpace was so cool. You had your top friends. You had, the most, if you didn't have the latest music, you were not cool. So
yeah,
I'm surprised something like that hasn't been created yet. But just I am 100% sure it's coming up. Something like that's gonna come up soon.
I think we got over it actually. I don't know how the people like the kids nowadays would take, adapt. I mean, they would adapt to it, but I just don't know where it would go from there. I don't think thinking of it now, it was kind of lame. So
you think so?
Yeah,
cool.
think of all the things we did to make your page stand out, change the backgrounds, change the music, go from top 8 to a top 12 and You know, I don't know what it would be like nowadays. I guess because I'm not that age anymore, but it'd just be a little bit different. I don't even get on Facebook. I'll check it every now and then when somebody sends me a message. But like my last post was like from my birthday, like 4 years ago. Like I haven't. Yeah, it's not the same. Like honestly, back then, would you not spend all day on MySpace? Like
I
literally
did, yeah.
all day talking to
I was at my
people,
neighbors
looking
on
people
my
up,
MySpace.
like going through pictures, reading all the comments. I don't remember the last time I did that with Facebook, and you know, unless you're like a parent in like your 50s, you're not doing that anymore. Nobody's like going through Facebook. Because I'm just saying, like my mom and dad, like who scrolling, like they're just
¿Qué se
on it
pasa
all
en
day.
Facebook?
And but that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's right now, like it's like the old, like few generations above us that are actually like on Facebook like 24/7. Like,
And with my parents, well, my mom, um, she does get on Facebook a lot because it's just a way that she connects with her family. She connects with the people in the rancho and just like different things like that. So that's the way she stays relevant to what our society is right now. Right? So like anything, it's like another Univision, you
another
know.
Univision, right?
People would not understand that because you didn't allow me to post that video.
Well, I'll take that one for the team. Guys, do you say Univision or Univision? Drop it in the chat.
I'm gonna pick one.
There will be additional links and videos about Tapatio and Univision here in the future if we decide to release those. I'm gonna set it up though.
Cake?
I'm gonna sleeping.
He needs to be part of this video.
Somewhere.
I don't see
I'll
him.
bring him out here every once in a while.
Wait, where are you at? So you're in your room.
I told you I moved my stuff around. I feel like this is a lot more.
Yeah, because
cozy.
Is that the hallway over there on the right side?
Yeah, it brings out a lot more depth.
So
You got a little ring light?
I've had a ring light. I just didn't want to use it.
That's how you know she's becoming more professional.
Like we're gonna take this serious.
Oh hell yeah! I went out. I bought like a $30 microphone. I was like, serious.
Yours
right
was
there.
$30.
What'd you spend on yours?
Talk about that.
I'll Google it. That looks like it was $49.95 though, plus shipping and handling.
Now I'm gonna see because if I got ripped off, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah, is that close?
No, but when I bought this microphone, they told me it was on sale. And that it was it was a really good one.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, I'll buy it. I got it off of Best Buy.
So, Best Buy.
Who
goes to stores anymore? Like, why didn't you get it off Amazon?
I go to stores.
Did you find it on Amazon though?
I did, and it's actually more expensive in them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So. Okay. It's because I wanted like one that was like hanging.
I remember you said you bought one, but it was just the arm and there was nothing else included.
Oh, I did tell you that story.
You did tell me.
Yes. So that happened, and I went back to return it. I do buy stuff on Amazon. Don't get me wrong, I do. I Google a lot of the stuff. I YouTube it, make sure I'm buying the best thing. At that moment,
that's what I do for
I don't like you right now.
I'm trying to do.
Anyways, MySpace. See, this is basically how the flow is gonna go. A lot of the times we'll get sidetracked because our beautiful minds just work that way. And we're just random like that. And we might not be organized with what we're saying, but boy, are we having fun talking about it.
I think that's the point, like why we even started doing this. All right. So randomly, me and Isela decided to have a conversation one night, and we're talking on the phone, and we're like, "Yo, we're actually a really good time together when we talk." and it's like super random, and we're like super outgoing, and we talk about dumb things, and they're super funny sometimes. Sometimes they're serious. Sometimes they're serious. Um,
They have
and
been,
then
yeah.
you had been wanting to start like a podcast for a while though, right?
At some point in my life, I thought of being an influencer, but like when I was younger. And then
Oh, okay.
podcasts, like now podcasts are such a big thing that I was just like, well, I mean, we're having very good conversations, very good topics. And actually, Joe was the one who brought up the idea.
No, it wasn't me. I keep telling people it was you.
I keep telling people it was you.
God,
We need to get our story straight. How did this happen?
you need to get your story straight. This was all
How
you.
how did this happen, Joe? All right, tell me in your version,
I
because there's
I
always
already
three versions to a story. There's always
I
three
already
versions to
did.
stories.
I already did. I said we were on the phone, we were laughing, we were having a good time, and then you were like, "Yo, I want to start a podcast." And then we started throwing out ideas.
Okay. I like the way I remember it was like we were having a good time. We were having good conversations. We were talking about like, oh, like we can make this in a podcast. And you're like, we could so totally do this. Like, I'll investigate all the like apps and all the things and this and that. And you've been the tech guy behind it. So
Yeah.
that is what I
I
remember.
mean, that's how it played out, for sure.
See, there you go. There's three versions to a story: Joe's, Isabella's, and whatever the truth is.
We'll leave that one up to whoever can remember.
Well, whatever it was, here we are, and we're making this happen.
30 and Thriving.
30 and Thriving.
We did, when we were discussing the name though, we were trying to come up with different names and different like catchy things, and then we ended up coming up with this name, and then we're like, are we really thriving, or are we surviving in today's culture, economy, like just living in Washington, where everything's freaking expensive.
Oh my God, yes.
So yeah, we may not be thriving all the time. Sometimes we are in survival mode, but I think it basically comes down to when you make the best out of what you have in your circumstances. You could be thriving because somebody else could be going through the exact same things, and they could, like, their mental state may not be where yours is at, or where, like, in a positive mental state, and they could think that they're surviving, but I feel like as long as you keep a positive outcome to what you're doing, where you're going, and have like a goal of what you want to do, where you want to be, you will always be thriving. Doesn't matter where you're at in life.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't matter what other people tell you where you should be. It's whatever you are making the best out of and you're happy. Right.
Yeah. Do you know the definition of thriving? No, I don't. I'm not calling you out. I don't know. I have the idea of what thriving is, but like the actual definition, you want to look it up and read it to us?
I will. Let's do it. Should I
Right.
ChatGPT or should I Google?
No, just Google and then dictionary.com. Let's not get fancy here.
And for all those who don't understand what I'm doing, I cannot say that word.
Say what word? ChatGPT. For all the people that didn't understand
off.
what she was saying.
Show off.
Pronunciation.
Because you can say it. Okay. Define. So grow or develop well or vigorously.
Yeah. So, like I said before, you can be doing that out of any circumstance.
You have prosper, blossom, bloom, advance, succeed. Yeah. So yeah, so flourish.
Flourish. So if you're out there flourishing, hop on the podcast, like and subscribe. There we go.
Cause you're thriving.
Thanks to Isela, we now have a TikTok. TikTok. What else?
Yes. Instagram.
YouTube.
Come. Oh yeah, YouTube.
Twitch coming up. If you want to see these live, not sure if we're ready yet, but eventually like episode number 20 or 40 or something like that.
Yeah. I think right now we're just like really um getting used to talking to the camera. For me, at least, it's hard because like I mean, I could talk to a camera if I'm like, talking like on Snapchat or something, right? But I'm like directing to someone.
Hmm.
And this is a little bit more different because like I'm talking to Joe while I'm interacting with the audience. It's something different. Um and we just want to bring the best out of this
Yeah.
podcast.
So, going off of that, um, feedback, comments would be awesome. We are just kind of getting started, so anybody that's been doing this for a while, or anybody that would eventually like to hop on the show and give us your
A
life story, tell
collab,
us a little bit
yes.
about you. Like,
How are you
we'll be doing that
thriving?
eventually, which we're kind of looking forward to once we get the ball rolling and get the hang of everything. We would love to have people on here, let people tell us their story, tell us a little bit about themselves, and then also just be able to ask us questions just to get to know us better. I personally don't like to share a lot about myself. I know Isela's a lot more outgoing, a lot more talkative. I answer questions if you guys ask me, but besides that, you guys aren't going to get much from me besides whatever random opinion pops out of my mouth. So,
Which is really weird because I always thought Joe was very outgoing, right? This is a side I haven't seen. Like the
well, there's a
calm Joe.
difference. There's outgoing and then there's talkative. Outgoing, I love to go out. I like to have a good time. I like meeting new people, but I'm also not like super talkative.
I do feel like when we are in person or like we're on the phone, we do have like again, we have good conversation. But just texting and all that stuff, yeah, just not
Don't
not
expect
for
me to
us.
text you back.
No.
Let's just put it at that.
Yeah. And I
Or
think
it'll take me like 3 or 4 business days. Is that how long it takes me to text you back?
the way my bank account works. Have you ever seen
The way my bank account is set up, it'll take 3 or 4 business days for me to transfer from my savings to my checking. So you know what? I don't think I
You
could
have
afford
seen
this right
this.
now. Who
Yeah. All
hasn't
right,
seen
cool.
Kevin?
The new
Yeah, that's a good
generation?
one.
That is a
Uh,
good, yeah.
that's a classic.
It is. It is, but a lot of the times I've said that and some people don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, okay, but that was not funny. That was awkward.
Well, you can't be friends with those people. Obviously, they have no sense of humor. So,
Yeah, you're making a very valid point.
very valid point. You guys don't have
You
enough
you need to
similarities to
know
watch the
the
same
humor.
videos. Exactly.
Yes. We need to connect. And if we're not connecting, you could.
Do
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Cut. Do it. Cut. Do it. Cut. Cut. Cut it out.
I think it's time we had a conversation about one of the first videos we decided to post. Are we going there?
All right. All right. The gaslighting.
The gaslighting.
All right. Let's do it.
Right, so I posted a video. It was basically gaslighting. Is it flirting or not? But when we were talking about it, we were talking about like gaslighting at like the beginning stage when you're getting to know somebody, not when you're like in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I personally said like gaslighting was like at the very beginning when you're like on the first date, second date, and you're kind of flirting. Um, I guess gaslighting might not be the right word, but it's like you're joking around, you're having fun, you're saying things that don't actually mean what they're saying, a little innuendos. Um, and I feel like that's what I meant when I meant gaslighting, you know? But some people took it as, hey, when you're in a relationship, gaslighting is not flirting. And we 100%
It's very
agree on that one.
toxic. Yeah.
We 100% agree it's not flirting.
Mm-hmm. We were just joking around of like Joe was gaslighting me. He wasn't. I was just picking on him.
I wasn't gaslighting, I was just being funny.
If people would have seen the whole conversation, they would have been like, "Oh, they was just like playing around," you know.
Like I even said in the last video that don't know what gaslighting is. Dictionary.com coming through with a definition. So gaslighting is basically manipulation. So you're manipulating someone using psychological methods into questioning their own sanity or powers of reasoning. So yeah, what I was talking about was definitely not this. I was more like talking about innuendos, which is light gaslighting. Manipulating someone is definitely not okay. What I was talking about was more like just being playful, and sometimes you say things that mean something else, but not in a manipulative way. I really hope we don't have to do a lot of those where we have to re-explain ourselves and yeah, because I mean we're like me and you can joke around about things, and we're joking around and we know it's funny, and the other person doesn't exactly mean what they're saying. But yeah, there's people that have actually like been gaslighted, been manipulated, and like people, if you guys feel like you need a second opinion from friends or family and you're going through something rough, just reach out to somebody that can support you, and reach out to somebody that cares about you, and let them know it's like, hey, I'm going through this and I really don't know what to think about it because there's mixed feelings. So always just being able to have somebody there for you, and having somebody that can you can talk things out with is definitely important. So if you are somebody that doesn't know if you're being manipulated, being gaslit, talk to somebody. 100%.
If you have a feeling that you are in that toxic relationship, don't keep it to yourself. Like, I get it that sometimes you feel like you're in a relationship and you don't want to hurt the person you're with, or you don't want to feel like you're betraying the other person. If you have doubts, you definitely need to talk to somebody. Like, don't keep it to yourself. Because sometimes that person's going to make you see things outside of what your reality is, and will make you see things way different than what you were picturing it to be.
Yeah. If you needed somebody, you don't have somebody, get a therapist. The whole stigma behind therapists, like before, people would be like, oh, you're seeing a shrink, you're seeing like somebody, you can't work through things on your own. Nowadays, like, that's pretty much gone. So if you need to talk to somebody and you don't have anybody, find a therapist, man. It really helps out. If you feel like you can't talk to your mom because she's gonna judge you, she probably is.
I don't know if talking to your mom is the right approach.
Yeah, you might want to skip that one, because the whole no te dije or pa que aprendas is real.
Because it's true, parents never know if they're doing things correctly. Like, maybe in their mind they think like, I want my child to be successful, and I'm going to make sure that they'll be successful, and I'm going to raise them this way, right? Like, for example, my parents, like, they never told me I love you, right? I grew up with not hearing those words. Like, yes, they'd be like, oh, like, they would show me cariñitos here and there, they would hug me and everything, but like, talking about our feelings was not a thing in my family. Even right now, we kind of pick on my dad. My mom is a little bit more like open about it, and she'll tell us like, "Oh, yo sí los quiero mucho," and this and that. My mom is a little bit more nice about it, and she'll tell us. But my dad, like, we'll joke with him, and we're like, "We love you, Dad," and then he'll just giggle because he's not used to that kind of stuff, and he won't say it back, but we know that he cares about it.
That's a pretty big topic in itself. People see therapists years to get over like the way their parents treated them and stuff. I feel like that's like a whole mini series type thing. Yeah. But what I do want to talk about is your editing skills. The last few videos, they've gone a lot better.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well, better than like the AI stuff that we're using. Like, yeah, they're pretty good. And the fact that you said that you were having fun while doing it, I was like, you can tell. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Today's my friend's birthday, and I made a video, and I was like, somebody get me off of TikTok because I'm making way too many videos. So
No, that's
yeah.
good. It's a good skill to have, being able to um, find like the good moments and then putting them all together and then showing them. Heck yeah.
Hmm. One of my favorite collections, and I didn't really think this was a collection, but I think it's my collection, is definitely having a collection of pictures and just looking at pictures and just like remembering how I felt in that time, how it was during that time, and how like my relationship was with that person. You know, um, I do look back and I do see old friends that I don't talk to anymore. And I'm just like, oh, like it was good. It was a good time with them. But then there's friends that I have had for many years, and like I look at them and I'm just like, dang, like it's it's just crazy to see how time flies.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that moment in our life when we took that picture, I didn't know I was going to see it 10 years from now. We take a lot of things for granted. We really
Yeah.
do.
Yes. Friends, family. Like you said, there's friends that you used to have that you got along with really well, and then for like one reason or another, like you kind of just stop talking, and you keep like your true friends close, I guess.
Hmm. Also, family. I find it very beautiful to see my family grow. Like, I have cousins, I have my siblings, even my parents. Um, I have seen them grow. One thing that I do feel being the oldest that I feel very privileged to have is having the ability to see my parents grow as parents.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The way they raised me is so different than the way they're raising my other siblings. I do think me and my sister Maggie, um, we were raised pretty similar, but then when it came to my brother, he was raised a little bit more different. And then my younger sister, totally different. Not
Yeah.
only not only because she's being raised by my parents, but she is being also raised by older siblings.
Yeah, but you guys.
Yeah. I feel like my sister's my sister's smart. Not only because, she has amazing sisters, but I'm joking by the way. Like I'm You know
100%
what?
joking.
No, I'm not joking. I feel proud about myself.
We all know you're not
I'm,
joking. Let it out. Let it out. Brag about it.
I am gonna brag about it. I
Brag
think I
about
could
it.
be pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you. I just feel sometimes like I'm not it's not that I'm being conceited or anything. It's just like I take pride of like who I've become. It's taking me so long to get to this point and to like have the confidence I have in myself. So you have to have pride. Yeah, but I
No, and
just
I'm
don't
sure
want.
she's getting good advice, getting well taken care of, learning things you didn't know. So
Mhm.
I think that's always
Yeah.
like the best part about being. I'm not the youngest, but like the youngest person. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
gets a lot better experience than the older person did. It just goes to show people never stop learning.
Mhm. I think that's the problem is when they don't allow themselves to grow.
When they do stop learning, when they do stop accepting input. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree.
I think we always grow. Like we're always growing, even when we're like 80 and 90 and 100. Oh my God, I saw something on Instagram that. Never mind.
No, let's go. Let's
No.
go. You seem super excited. I love the enthusiasm.
There you
You got it.
go.
Let's go. Yeah,
Okay.
you got it. Let's go.
Okay. So I saw this thing on Instagram that I'm just like, it just made me think, right? Well, I saw this video yesterday about this guy who was talking about how a turtle lives 100 and something years old.
Mm-hmm.
And they're known to be one of the slowest animals in the world. but they live for a very long time. And their heart rate even beats slow. Then you have a mouse who's always on the run. They're always running everywhere they go. And their heartbeat beats really fast. So then, like, my take on that, you don't have to live life in a fast pace. Like, I feel like as a human, we're always like, we feel like we're just on a race. Like, we're always trying to be somewhere, you know. Oh, you're in your 30s, you already have to be here. You know, you have to achieve this, you have to achieve that. Like, we're just always like, we feel like we're in this human race. Human race?
Well, no, not like human race, like genetically, but like
I know,
a race to
but
be somewhere. Okay.
I know, but we're on a race.
But
We're on a
people feel
human race.
like it. You know what makes me jealous? The people that decided, like, hey, you know, I'm not trying to do everything everybody else is doing. I'm just gonna go buy my little hut out, like, in the tropical area and live my life out. Smooth, chill, relaxed. I'll go fishing. Like, being able to have the courage to do that, that's crazy. It's awesome, but crazy. Yeah. Like you said, leaving the race to achieve something, be somebody, and then just being content with where you're at, where your life is, and slowing down and enjoying the little things. Those are the people that have it all. 100%.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you said human race, I think it's called the rat race. Actually, that's actually a thing.
Oh.
Like, the rat race is like always striving to achieve more and be better and do the most in life.
Oh, I did not know that.
Google.
So what is it called again?
I just put rat race.
Rat meaning a way of life in which people are caught up in a fiercely competitive struggle for wealth or power. Wow.
Look at me.
Look
Yeah.
at you.
Do you want to be a rat? Do you want to be a turtle? Do you want to
Well,
enjoy
so-
life or do you not? I guess
I
you
like
could do
that.
both in either one. Yeah, that's a good life lesson that some people need to learn, you know. Sometimes you could just be too busy to enjoy the little things, so slow it down, take a deep breath, look around, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the people around you.
Okay, the real question is, Joe, are you a rat or are you a turtle? Maybe think about that one. Or do you know the answer?
No, that's definitely something to think about. 100%.
Right. Think about it.
Are you a rat or are you a turtle? Everybody, comment. Are you a rat or are you a turtle? You know, I think this is a very good place to stop them.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode. And thank you for coming and hanging out with us. It was really fun. On the next one, we don't know what we're going to talk about. We're going to be random. We don't know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So we will have one thing, and we'll talk to all you turtles, and we'll talk to all you rats next time.
That's true. So think about it. Are you a turtle or are you a rat?
All right.
Yep.
Pleasure talking to everybody. Pleasure being here. Pleasure seeing you again. Until we meet again.
Until next time. This was 30 and Thriving with Joe and Isela. Bye.
Later, guys.